There's something weird happening with Marjorie Taylor Greene. And I know that's an obvious statement. You could probably say that at any point in the last 20 years, even before people knew who she was. Like, there's something weird about her. But there's something different weird about what's happening with Marjorie Taylor Greene right now. Because Marjorie Taylor Greene, on several different issues in just the last couple weeks, is starting to kind of sound progressive. Now, she has repeatedly told us, not us specifically, but the press and her followers, she is still a hardcore conservative, but she really seems to be warming up to a lot of ideas on the left. You know, I talked earlier this week about how she is now calling for special badges and markers for paid social media influencers, so you know who is paying for the message that you're getting from these so-called organic folks, and I like that idea. It should also apply to Congress, however. She's siding with the Democrats on the Epstein files. She appeared with the victims this week. Like, she's kind of going with the Democrats. But then there was the really big one, right? We've got the government shutdown. All over, Democrats in the Senate holding out so that they can keep the subsidies in place for the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, so that people don't lose their health insurance. And Marjorie Taylor Greene came out this week and said, you know what? I'm actually in favor of that. Here's what Greene said. And she did this in multiple different posts, multiple different ways, multiple different interviews. Let me read you. First, she put this on Twitter. She said, let's just say as nicely as possible, I'm not a fan of Obamacare. But I'm going to go against everyone on this issue because when the tax credits expire this year, my own adult children's insurance premiums for 2026 are going to double, along with all the wonderful families and hardworking people in my district. No, I'm not towing the party line on this or playing loyalty games. I'm a Republican and won't vote for illegals to have any taxpayer-funded health care or benefits. I'm America only. Ah, Jesus, really? Like, you had us. You had us in the first half. You're like, we can't have people's insurance premiums double. And then you're like, these damn illegals, I'm America only. Man, if you didn't have to get racist in it, it'd have been a good message. It would have been a good message. But you had to throw that in. Not to mention, the United States government does not fund any kind of health care insurance of any kind for undocumented people. That's never been a thing. Hospitals have to eat those costs. And of course, they write it off on their taxes, whatever, but they do that for uninsured Americans too. When you don't pay those medical bills, it's the same thing. But then she also told NBC News, quote, it's important to know that I am fighting this issue because all health insurance premiums are already extremely expensive and increasing health insurance premiums is going to crush people. 100% great statement. It's one of the top issues I hear about in my district. I'm conservative and obviously want to do everything I can to reduce spending in the overall national debt. However, I am unapologetically America first to the point of being America only and would rather spend money on Americans helping Americans rather than fund foreign wars in foreign countries. Your problem is you keep talking. You know, Marge, here's a little tip for you. You get more people to like you this way too. When you have an idea, once you're talking or typing and you get halfway through the idea, stop. Okay? Just stop. Because it's like I pointed out, you know, when you were doing the let's label paid influencers and all this stuff with Epstein, you're like, yeah, we need the files. And I know Trump is on the, like, if you just always stop talking halfway through your idea, you will be 100% right occasionally. But it's when you keep talking, you start to pepper in the racism or you start to pepper in the defense of Trump. That's where you're lost. Okay. So if you just stop talking halfway through, you're going to immediately watch your approval rating go through the damn roof because occasionally you've got some good ideas. You just happen to be, you know, kind of hitting it out of the park these last couple weeks. That doesn't excuse all your behavior from the past and your horrible, horrible nature as a human being. But for a blind squirrel, you found 3 different acorns in the last couple of days, and that's pretty remarkable. But don't let her fool you, folks. She's still horrible. I am not defending her in any way. I'm not saying Marjorie Taylor Greene, welcome to the resistance. She's a piece of garbage. Always has been, always will be. But she is right on a couple issues on part of what she says about those issues. And I don't know about you, but that still feels a little weird.